Hi, my name is Ben. I'm an engineer at Sienci Labs. I'll be showing you how to put together the 4x8 AltMill. In this video, we'll be going over the table setup. Lay the Y-rails on the floor with the stickers facing up, in the correct orientation as noted by the stickers. The side of the Y-rail with the racks and the linear rail will be on the outside of the table. We will work on the front half of the table first. That is the right short rail and the left long rail. You can move the Y-rails for the back half of the table to the side while you work on the front half. Be sure to keep them in the same orientation as they were originally laid out. Lay out 4 cross beams between the 2 Y-rails. Orient the flange of the cross beam such that it's pointed towards the table joint side of the Y-rail. You will notice that there is one crossbeam that looks different than the others, and there's a bracket on it. Do not use this crossbeam until a later on step when the tables are being joined together. Depending on whether you are planning to build the machine in the default or the joinery configuration, you will have to install the front crossbeam at a different location as noted by the stickers. You are able to learn more information about the difference between the default and the joinery configuration in the 4x8 resources under the Basics section. Place the crossbeams on the reference edge of one of the Y-rails and install an M5x20 XL tall head screw into the top hole of the crossbeams, leaving it loose to keep the crossbeams on the reference edge before you move to the other side and repeat the step. If you choose to use a drill while assembling the table, be sure to use it on the lowest torque setting and the slowest speed. It is important that you do not use the drill to torque the screws and instead use the supplied hex key. Ensure the crossbeam is contacting the reference edge of the Y-rail when you install and tighten all remaining screws into the crossbeam. Prepare all 8 table legs with the mounting fasteners and the leveling feet. Install the leveling feet into the bottom of the table leg, keeping the leveling foot attached using the clamping nut. Leave the leveling nut loose at this point of the assembly. Install 4 M6x14mm button head cap screws and 4 M6 twist-in T-nuts per leg on the top 4 slots of the leg. The twist-in T-nuts will be on the inside face of the table leg flange. Place 2 table legs at the crossbeam closest to the table joint. Insert the T-nuts into the T-slots of the crossbeam and the Y-rail. The mounting tabs that will be connected to the Y-rail will be oriented towards the table joint. If you are building the machine in the joinery configuration, you will install the table leg on the other side of the crossbeam, compared to the default configuration. The M6 button head screws and M6 T-nuts will have to be inverted on the leg flange that will connect to the crossbeam. This will only be done on 2 of the table legs. The remaining 6 table legs will always be installed as the default configuration. Install the X-axis leg support between the 2 table legs. There is a clearance hole for an M5x20 XL tall head screw. The screws must be able to be pointed towards the inside of the half table. Use 4 M5x16 socket head screws to attach the X-axis leg support to the table legs. When building the machine in the default configuration, the leg support will be mounted to the leg in the corner. If you are building the machine in the joinery configuration, you will attach the X-axis leg support extrusion to the legs using the adjacent holes on the leg. Note that the different mounting location for the X-axis onto the legs will only be different on this one set of table legs, whereas the remaining 3 sets of table legs will be mounted into the corner as shown in the default configuration. With a second person, flip the table about the front face of the machine. You cannot flip the table about the joint side of the machine, as it will damage the joint. The table will rest on the 2 installed table legs and the front face of the machine. Use a stool to prop up the unsupported side of the machine. The unsupported side of the table should be at a height which is slightly taller than the length of a table leg. Install 2 table legs onto the unsupported side of the machine, fitting the twist-in T-nuts into the T-slot of the crossbeam and the Y-rail. Tighten the fasteners connecting the legs to the extrusion. Use M5 by 16 mm socket head screws to attach the X-axis leg support extrusion to the two front table legs. Note that regardless of whether you're building the machine in the default or the joinery configuration, you will mount the X-axis leg support extrusion into the pocket of the table leg at the front of the machine. Install the Y-axis leg support extrusion between the two X-axis leg support extrusions using M5 by 20 XL tall screws. Do not tighten the screws into the Y-axis extrusion until you have installed one screw on each side. Be sure to orient the X-axis leg support extrusion such that the larger diameter clearance holes in the middle of the extrusion are facing outboard on the machine. Using 4 M6 by 14 mm button head cap screws, install a Y-axis end plate into the end of each Y-axis extrusion at the front of the machine. Install a rubber bump stop on each of the Y-axis end plates on the inside face using M5 by 10 mm socket head cap screws. Repeat these steps and build the back half of the table. Note that whether you are building the machine in the joinery or the default configuration, the back half of the table will always be built using the default configuration instructions. Be sure to note the orientation of the right long and left short Y rails before you begin constructing the back half of the table. Be sure to watch the next video in the series to continue the assembly.